Now, she was the first serving MP to go into the jungle, and now she's become the first celebrity to be kicked out.
Nadine Dorries' time on I'm a Celebrity has been controversial, to say the least, and she joins us live from Australia. Good morning to you. So sorry that you... Oh, before we talk to you, let's have a look at your time in the jungle, shall we?
Nadine's an MP, and MPs are MPs. She's a tough woman, independent. Nothing wrong with that.
No, don't do that now.
That's it. Keep it in, on it.
I hate hard asparagus. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, smell that one.
Oh! Something's just gone up my shorts. Oh, it's going in my hair.
Ostrich anus.
Oh, get me out!
That's the way to do it.
Oh, I've got a twig in my hair.
You've got a twig in your hair?
Yeah.
God, who cares?
Did you ever want to be Prime Minister?
God, no.
The first person they want to leave I'm a Celebrity 2012 is Nadine.
And Nadine Dorries joins us now. Good morning to you. We will talk to you now. Sorry that you were first to leave.
OK.
I've got to ask you, have you checked your phone? Any messages from any Conservatives on it?
Lots, actually, and nice ones too.
What's next for you? You are obviously aware that you've been suspended.
Yeah, well, that's kind of an interesting term, really, because I don't believe there's such a thing as being suspended. I'm in Australia. It's impossible for me to vote, so the whip hasn't been withdrawn. It's been suspended, and I find that interesting because there are lots of MPs who take lots of weeks off during parliamentary time and their whip isn't suspended. So I think what happened was that maybe the powers that be in my party thought I was going to use my time in the jungle to talk about them and not about the issues that concerned me and interested me. And I think it was a kind of cautionary measure.
We had your daughters on the sofa here a couple of days ago, and they said that you had asked permission to go out to Australia.
Yes. What I did was the then Chief Whip, who was Andrew Mitchell, who was, as you will be aware, had to stand down over the plebgate issue, asked me, because I'm quite rebellious on issues to do with Europe and some other issues, asked me what he could do to keep me happy. And I told him that I would like a month away in November, because all of my 7.5 years, I've never taken a day away in parliamentary time. Other MPs take a lot of MPs can take between 4 and 6 weeks a year. And he said that was fine and that I could take the month away. I didn't tell him what for, because I couldn't, because I was bound to confidentiality. But I did tell him what I was going to do would be quite controversial. I find it quite disappointing now that the spotlight came onto this, that he has chosen, and particularly after all the support I gave him during his own particular troubles recently, that he's used to try and be clever with words and say that he didn't give me permission for the show. No, he didn't give me permission for the show, but he did give me the permission to have the month away.
That's interesting. That is very interesting, actually. It's interesting what happens to you now,
it epitomises...
Yep, please continue.
Politicians.
All right, OK, which is what you went in there
that,
trying to change, isn't it? You did try to change people's perceptions. Now, from now until the end of the show, can you basically just sit by the pool and have a good time?
No, actually, there's been an office set up in my hotel room, and I've already been back at work, actually. What is overnight to you? As soon as I got out the jungle, I was straight back to work. It's interesting, actually, because some of the emails and the stuff that I've seen while you've been overnight in the UK states that I'm not there for my constituents. Well, actually, I worked right until the second I left, and I worked all the way through the summer recess. I only actually had 4 days away during the summer. When other MPs were abroad for, 4 and 5 weeks at a time. I worked all the way through the summer. I did my surgeries right up to the minute I left, and only one person has booked in for next month's surgery. So, it's quite interesting, some of the flack that's been thrown at me just, I'm afraid, isn't true. My office has been manned, my staff have been working hard, and I'm back at work already.
I've got to ask you very briefly, though, what's it like eating ostrich bum? There aren't many MPs that have done that.
Well, you don't know.
Well, yeah, I think I do know, Lorraine, actually. It's not the nicest thing to eat, but I think every MP should eat it because it's a humbling experience.
Oh, Nadine, I'm going to talk to you loads more after 8:30.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.